Nations Watch, coming to you live on GRTS.
From the 30th of October to the 5th of November.
Join us every day during this period from 9 a.m.
Meet the aspirants. Saturday, 30th, Joseph H. Juve, Independent.
Marie Sok Jobate, Independent.
Alhaji Mamadi Kurang, Independent.
And Matthew Gummins, Independent.
Sunday, the 31st of October, Ibrahima Tabora Mane, Independent.
Momodou Ba, Independent.
Bankole Ahazi, Independent.
And the Alliance for Reconciliation and Development.
Monday, the 1st of November, Gambia for All.
United Democratic Party.
Gambia Moral Congress.
And All People's Party.
Tuesday, the 2nd of November, Mamadi K.S. Kamara, Independent.
Gambia Democratic Congress.
Citizens Alliance.
And Momodou Ba, Independent.
Wednesday, the 3rd of November, Gambia Alliance for National Unity, Ghana.
PDOIS.
Gambia Action Party.
And Tamsir Jase, Independent.
Thursday, the 4th of November, Esambai Fall, Independent.
National People's Party.
Matar Nyang, Independent.
Friday, 5th November, Papa Fall, Independent.
National Unity Party.
And the Democratic Party.
Do stay tuned.
Right, welcome back to the Nominations Watch live here at the Independent Electoral Commission's headquarters here. Well, we've been following for you the aspirants as they come in here. So far, we've just seen one yet, Ibrahim Tabora Mane, and he came, he did what he had to do, he presented his credentials. Of course, we've seen how his crowd persisted, Sally, they persisted and make sure that they did some noise here, and we saw that clearly. We'll also hope to see Momodou Ba number 2. We've been told there are 2 Momodou Bas. There's Momodou Ba 1, and the one we will see today is Momodou Ba 2, another independent aspirant. He would come in shortly, but before then, of course, we've seen how the dynamics have changed. Cham. We've seen how things have taken a different dynamic now. We've come a long way from 2016. Back then, when it used to be basically four political parties, or at most 5. Now we're seeing a proliferation of that. I think the most crucial thing we've seen in this transition, aside the SSR and the TRRCs, the Constitutional Review Commission, is just how the Gambia has very much upheld the multi-party system. It has been here for a very long time, but the confidence that we're seeing from Gambians, the confidence that we're seeing in just owning their political space and just coming forth and taking decisions by their own hands and just holding people to account, I think it very much shows where we're headed. That is very important, and not to say and not to forget that even though we're talking about other reforms as well, we've seen the high level of security we have here as well. They are making sure that the ground is protected, and the law of, or the rule of 55 supporters is being adhered to. I think it's very crucial what we're seeing recently. Not to say that these people we're seeing today, most of them being independent aspirants, as they say, that they are not politicians. But why are you still vying? It's a question.
It's a political position.
It's a political question. Why are you still vying? And I think that is a very important question that anyone should ask, right, Sally? Yeah.
wolem toñati fato eli kamalushi badingol min ben jibe kay bel la moy kan jiates la fanna fulolu bela hani bi mbali independent electoral commission la bunda bato jammi yalon ko wolbe kanifing ali yalon ne ko nomination o wole datita kabirin kunonna bi fanambe tenten ka wala bi somanda kabirin nata jangani nyin tembe fonninke o do mi yalon ko ka faye ko Ibrahima Tabora Mane anata anin IEC nyoje pobe tata nyama saintem be yillari mo fulanjang wala bi mi yalon ko wala nala pour kala kaytolu di IEC la isa kisi ya jibe fo December karotili nano ata nyanta bulala molle kono mini ya lonko ibe palaso nyinna mi mo president ya kayti president ya palaso ti banko kanjang wala jumati Momodou Ba fulale be nyin ko nyin kono IEC ye tala fanna fulala e ko Momodou Ba folo ani Momodou Ba fulanjango ngamin kalamta wala Momodou Ba fulanjango wala nyanta nala tenting ate mela ani IEC alfali ye bulu
Sally, just to rectify that, it's Momodou Ba one that will be here today.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. Momodou Ba follow nying ya itandi na ko wala nyanta nala bi ani IEC se nyoje ayala kayto dina bar nyato menyi Momodou Ba la ko kisi lale kaji atelen jumati abota muntole akaranta muntole bayri wo bewe sartol le kono min ya lon ko IEC ke nyinin ka molo bulu ibe kala Gambia dingoleti be tarla banko kanja sanji lulu ibe karandale fo ye buku tannim fula bang wala grade 12 ti adi bela soto yitandilale ibe kaytolu nati la min ya lon ko wolle ba yitandila ko nyi monanga mo wolle register sakhayare ngo soto banko kanja wolle te bambu bitun nyinte men IEC jang parendirobe kerinne pour ka Momodou Ba folo nyin jiaja bayri tanko bunda molu ye karawo kara jibe ibe lori ne pour kaje ko momo ye luwal minu landi isatama wo luwalla ini mojelle nyanta dunda nan IEC sansango fango kon mo tallulu le wati jumalle be sila banta anin inyanta mala nyaadi le fojandi tela nomination o bebe bannaja tanko bunda mol min ya lon ko ye karandi do ko nyinnale ya lodula mafa ibe janne inila alfal pour kaji ko kawo tankandi bayri jang nyin ko te tala no tanko ko ma woto itol fana yela lodula tala bar IEC kabira ila nyaton ko no malanko anila do kula ko tengol ibebi janne pour kaji ko nyil lok ngokono min nyante tol ma ye woke ni wo bota je drong min nyanta tenten na ko kono wosetente woto GRTS radio and television la fannala hannal man fota nanjang ntol bal dandannale albe dawoda banko kanjang banko ye bantal pour ka yitandala nyinang aketa santimi ya lonko kabirim bota 2016 nunto komin fato elika ya fanyame angale kangola wotu mo politiko be kering banko kanjanne adu luwa mi yitande wala momo seedabula no politiko kan bare nunto patiyol mansia molu mansia bare nyinanga minje atata fo momo wani lulu wol be koy be lori ne pour kaje ko iseke banko nyaton koti dolbe fayenne dolbe political party bar kudo fana nyata ko kono wala fonninke wala funtoti pour kanaje kanyim palaso nyine mi ya lonko wala mansa ya palaso ti banko kanjam bitum mbali e jandro mbendo ku nyol fana bulala ya itandal la nyin temben mune be kirin jang jandi Momodou Ba wan be dunna nan IEC
nuari mogo seri sali kwangara ko mogo mbei arisa wai jamane ke kochi serira kompi kore ke ari kengani IEC tananu ku ona wari seri banedege ke bega laina sigiti jamane ke khirisa gunga kengani Ibrahima Tabora Mane oga seri ke be dukusasa Momodou Ba wan na tundi takai nanti IEC soro fili anu kubenu gala sikina jamane ke khirisa mundu kengani Momodou Ba nu soro fili bari ina ke fi ko ini bogumedi kengani Momodou Ba wan ado Momodou Ba tu kengani sere fana ke kengani Momodou Ba wan kenyali ni lenki hoya duku ko kutungara ko mo gombe kusina dangin tuku gelistine 2016 ona politique khibari ko jamane ke no gonde anani kembire nomination na kite mawalla ku sede na kite jamane ke politique patinu filli an sikki bari sa ona wada wakatta tampille ado karago politique patinu mawalla soro kunyalla sikki na jamane ke khirsa ko mundu daru odo soro nagati daga lenki khadi odo soro nagati khawa medi lenki ni kayt nun ko khirse ke na kata tunu mai kulla wa sikki na jamane ke khirsa ko mundu yogonu nako ku benu gane independent candidate nunga nanti ikun kitenta politique khibarenga iku ibegaranya igaroti politique khibarenga igara komo gombe kenya ni na frakunde ndabari gambia jamane no gonde na finu ndabari finu benu Gambia sare mungu mo nyagali tay na filiti da fibenu iga nyagalin katia andari ti golden karandi andari ti karangen karandi ti fika bu ben fika jamane ke kigara man foraliti soron kamay na ku farago bade go gara be trendi Kenya ni gelli anganta politikin khibare nga kida mandanya igara nomination kayt no liti lenkina fahi gelli ga sattinu ku benu khirse ke makka katuna nyana iga katunu kilenkita na me futu ti kondame ke ngani khirsa kon kondame nga Gambia jamane nga bari arisa nga kinni Ibrahima Sidi ba akhanan digamu te kam mayti wulenga ma walla onda katati Abdoulaye Cham akenna ko ti holonga anda duguta ona kini Sidi ba khana ke ko mare ngullunda
bokum Fatuma Hadi Jatu bokkay betay rek gannaaw bu fukki waxto ben dessé juroom ñetti minute betay fi ci GRTS ñu ngi ci béréb bi nga xam ne nii fi la ñuy compter carte yi fi la ñuy tëralee lépp lu aju ci wàlli wote fii ci biir réew yi Gambia kon tax na ba tey ñu ngi ci nomination bi mooy indi ay kayiti sernde wane ne am nga éena pour xaccoo si président bi waaye soxna Elika Mulusi gis nañ ne fi mu nekk nii politique dund na Gambia bu baax a baax ci ni ko Sali waxee rek at yi ñu weesu duñ daan weesu juróomi candidate wala juróom benn candidate ñaar ñetti nit ñoo daan xaccoo 6 bi tey ren dem nañ ba ñaar fukk ak juróom ñoo xam ne ni kenn ku nekk bugg naa toog si 6 ba loolu nag lu ko waral soxna Elika bugg nañ koo xam ci kanam tuuti waaye danañ waxtaan yi tamit lu am solo mooy bu njëkk soo ñëwaan fii rek ànd ak say nit soo ñëwee rek mun ngaa joxe sa kay rek ci amaan wala keneen ñu ne waaw fi mu nekk nii nominé nañ la nit ñi yuuxu ca gannaaw waaye tey gis nañ ne démb ba léegi nit dafay joxe ay kayitam xamul lu muy fanaane moo xam ndax dana nelaw wala duñ nelaw loolu tamit nekk na loo xam ne lu am solo la ndax xamul nu muy mujjee ak ay si fii léegi juróomi
ndax nu mu daan meloon sax su gaa yi ñëwoo ba fii nii ay si wax leen ne leen ne jël nañ la am jëluñ leen loolu nu mu daan mel léegi xam naa ne yéen a da ngeen fi daan nekk yéen it mais because yàgg ngeen si mbir bi naka la loolu daan mel fii nii
ba tey soxna
mbaa am nga sa ID card bi Cham suma bro ay suma mu ngoo votas card ba
soxna Fatoumata dañ su ñëwee tey ñu seet si politique Gambia wecceeku bi fa nekk bu njëkk ñaar fukki nit ak juróom kenn mosu koo fee dégg fukki parti sax di xaccoo dana jafe lool ci jamono boobu ñaari wala ñetti nit di xaccoo wala lu dem si juróomi nit ren dem nañ ba ñaar fukk ak juróom ñoo xam ne nii ñëpp bëgg nañoo teewal seen kayit fii pour wane ne ñoom dañ am éena pour xaccoo 6 bi
26 la woon sax yaakaar naa kenn ak yéen
ñaar fukk ak juróom benn la woon waaye kenn ki moom dal dina bàyyi place am ne bëggatul ko mooy Matthew Gomis moom démba moo nekkoon ki waroon a mujjee ñëw sax moom ay boori ñaari waxtu loolu la fi ñëwoon bi fii ci ay si niki démba soxna Elika Mulich
loolu am na solo trop waaye I'll just hand over to Sidi to also brief us in the fuller language.
Jarama Fatou Ilika Mulusiyo Abdoulaye Cham musidal yimɓe Gambia ha joni minen ɗo Independent Electoral Commission woni ɗo ngal damal toppitogol weddagol yo kontugol kartegol e leydi he e minen ɗo o nomination woni rek ɗaɓɓaɓe président yaji e balɗe ɓe cuɓete pour ɓe mbawa rek daro ɗaɓɓude président yaji e leydi he on gandi rek lewru décembre arandu balɗe mayru nayi so Allah jaaɓi o wote wonata e leydi Gambia e foof noon pour iri ndi woni ɗi duuɓi jowi e grade ɗi hande noon min garti rek ɗo Independent Electoral Commission ɗo IEC e waktuji jeenayi ɗo tegno mintal capan tati min dañno ɗo candidate biyeteɗo Ibrahima Tabora Mane kam noon ko independent candidate woni ko darniɗo hoore mum pour ɗaɓɓude président yaji e leydi he e ɓoyata rek yeeso seeɗa rek waktuji sappo e goho si joni min daña ɗon e candidate goɗɗo biyeteɗo Momodou Ba e Momodou Ba ji ɗi noon koye ɗiɗi na waɗi Momodou Ba 1 e Momodou Ba 2 woni rek Momodou Ba ido o e Momodou Ba ɗimmo kono ko ombo ido on idoto ar on tuma on si ari rek o totirat kayti mum o totadi liggotoɓe ɗo IEC ɓe darno kayti mum ɗi sina tan o dañi on ɗon magama moɓe lamdi pour o wawa wonde o daro e président yaji on tuma ɓe gandina ɗum o wawa rek kamne tawe he goɗon poɗodirgol so timminani ɗin ɗon sartaji noon o wala on ɗon magama on tuma ne o andinteno wonde no o wawata daro e ko ɗum min goni ɗo rek hande ɗo Independent Electoral Commission so daari noon ɗiɗo duuɓi jawtuɗi politique o on tuma parti ji ɗi kewano ko parti ji 4 5 rek walla 6 kono hikka noon sa laari yehi ha parti ji 25 daroto e ko abbite o woote président e leydi he na waɗi hen sat goto on ko debbo ne woni ko debbo kam ne ko mo ɗaɓɓa pour wonde président e leydi he ɗum holli en wonde no joni rewɓe ne maɓɓe ne ɓe rek noon tawe no ɓeɗa noon e sengo o politique saabu en ɗi duuɓi jawtude en dañi ko yatata e vice président ji ɓen ɗon koɓe rewɓe woni ngoyto laamu yawtugo nguɗo laamu te waɗi tan debbo ne ummi ɗo wonde mo yiɗan ɗaɓu président e leydi he min andi ɓoyata rek yeeso seeɗa on ɗon Mamadou Ba o ardata yimɓe mum ɓe e on tuma so ardete ko yiida e liggotoɓe ɗo AIC o totira kayti mum ɗi ɗo ɗo independent electoral commission ɗo ɗo min gonni ɗo noon polisaɓe ɓe ɗo daari wonɓe e damal dandure pour reɓe jiyano wonde no jaam yo tenkire ɗum ɗon woni ko woni ɗo ha tuma rek nde liggey o parata yeeso rek Fatou Ilika Moulousi walla tan Sali Diadio
dekati Sidi Ba be jaati bukano li kamedi bu jongorob GRTS li kamedi ka yenteno rak wol koko de safu de kalimisa ko mo ka keti independent electoral commission bano manje kabrim bu jomore wol koko to tate kamanje no wan manji wo woni ka bajo di mo kana meti bukana kan manje koko de ngiru waita woli be ka yisen kuni fana keti independent electoral commission kamanje ni meti ko po kuma mambe rongu ka jum e nyesete place eti president ngawdiri di mo famole la bujomore jijanjam manu sankenu meno pour no manjum o abiluma sen wayta wala independent electoral commission Ibrahima Tabora Mane nana kanu mola aban nyemo momu wul koko de kob akena no manjuma ci late kan ana gabuten ate bil asen wayta wala independent electoral commission kare so Momodou Ba kajupo e dikono momo umo Momodou Ba sigaba mo kane dikane Momodou Ba okono di Momodou Ba agabuntena ate bil kuken ko e wonko momo aringulo jatate pambajo ajuko di kuni fana keti independent electoral commission mana seni waita woli di kumanji bukote jowor eno di ko cila bar finkin ne manko palon ku yise meno me politiketi mo famiti Gambia e fanfan meti no de miteti 2016 tata nu lakoy banya no si political party si juport bar finki bokan kone kabanan di futok ku joja manti ku ringen wurunga wan manji wo IEC kunenom ko te kanyakor fulenga feti December kuna kone ku baki
we can see the chairman will soon come out and take his seat because the aspirant is supposed to be here in 2 minutes. Not sure if he is running late or not because we're yet to see any sign of him here. But as it is, since they've said 11, the IEC would have to be on standby for that. Whether or not he will make it in time, we'll of course follow to see that. But just to remind you that we are streaming live on Facebook. We're also bringing you live updates on our various social media platforms, on Twitter, on Instagram, as well as on Facebook. If you have any comments that you want to pass on, our team, our social media team is clearly on standby and ready to take them on board. You can use the hashtag #NominationsWatch and we'll definitely keep track of those as well. But we're still here at the election house, the IEC headquarters, and we're waiting for the arrival of Momodou Ba too. And Sally, you were just briefing them in the Jola language before we go on a quick break, or in fact before we review the bio of this said aspirant. You might as well just complete that and we continue forward.
Momodou Ba momo o ati ringo tate wata sansone unyendiyo kon wata rindin ujukotu momo barni fime fochule wayikon pan ringo tate mane yisen waita wala nemman ku jamor meno di independent electoral commission oto tate aishi nemmani regu meno demiteti 2016 bokana kanu manjum koko mango mberongo makana meti a president ngati mo fam ko jupo war finkin politique gambe hun ama manama mambe rongo mo fam wala la do yisen demokrasi yammi deri do yisen bokana po man ko manjum bangana boli di mo fam mo kana di ko mambe rongo bar nyemo mo me kuni fana keti independent electoral commission di furunga fetani fana woli koko man kote jogotan ko tote kala ko man ko lako man ko koben o man kone Momodou Ba wan momo manaringu tate fatu.
Very well. Momodou Ba 1 it is. We apologize for that. It's Momodou Ba 1 and the IEC chairman has just stepped out to go and approach the panel once again. We can see that he's going there to take his seat. In fact, it's already 11 a.m. and we are hoping that the aspirant will be here anytime from now. We're still hoping to see that. But of course, just a brief bio of who this Momodou Ba 1 is. He was born on the 2nd of November 1984 in the Gambia. He attended Sinchu Balia Primary School, St. Peter's Technical Junior School, and the Newsred High School. He then moved to Cheikh Anta Diop University in Dakar, Senegal, where he obtained his second master's degree in African and post-colonial studies. He was then admitted into the Senegalese teacher training elite school and graduated with a postmaster's degree in the teaching of English. He has taught English at Lamine Gueye High School, Dakar, Mako High School, Kedugu, and recently Brijango and Jibijon High Schools in Ziguinchor, Senegal. He is fluent in English, French, and 4 Senegambian languages. It looks like he's an ardent teacher. He's a seasoned teacher, and well, we do know that certainly as teachers are very good speakers. I'm not sure if there was one conviction that made him feel and have the confidence that he can face the Gambian people and just be able to channel his concerns and his aspirations. We'll hope to see whether he will come and bring his nomination sheet. But Cham, hamanda hamga darasi walum teacher yi ñomit nga xamne lego legi ñu gis journalist yi sa lego legi suñ biir ñu gis ay teacher fofu non ñom dal fu nekk xëj nañ fa maybe tamit moom am na daal loo xam ne waral na pour mu mën a taxaw mu jaakaarloo Gambien yi no
waaw soxna si moom nekk na ni koo xam ne ni dama ne sax ñaari liggéey rek laa gis muy teacher ak police duut rek ci xam-xam bi ñu am waaye xam place yi bu nekk xam nañ fa teacher dañ la yóbbu fii demaat si beneen léegi nii rek yaa ngi lim school si nga xam ne ni jàngale na fa am na school yoo xam ne ni ñun sax xamaguñ leen am na foo xam ne jàngale na fa ñun tey lañ ko door a dégg tey tamit xam-xamam daanaka màcc na lool si wàlli njàng ndax am jàng na anglais ak français tey tamit comme ni nga ko waxee si làkk yi si réew mi dégg na si làkk yu bëree bëri kon nekk na koo xam ne ni moom la ñu teelu mooy Momodou Ba waaye dafa am lu ñu bugg a leeralal mbokki olof yi nag Momodou Ba yi ñaar lañ am na Momodou Ba benn ak Momodou Ba ñaar Momodou Ba benn bi nag mooy ku njëkk ki moom la ñooy séentu pour mu ñëw tey suñu caméra bi mayee ci biti ñu ngi ko séen mu nga ne leen di ñëw ànd ak ay nitam moom itamit pour dugga si gannaaw boo xamee ni kilifa IEC yi ñoom itamit ñu ngi toog soxna Alika.
And he is already inside. Momodou Bah 1. We can see that he's been accompanied by some people, probably his supporters. We can see them in orange. And we can, of course, see that the press is very much leading him on. And the security officials are on standby down there. He is approaching the premises. But, of course, we're just going to say again who this person is, who this aspirant is in the various local languages, as the IEC chairman is already seated and waiting for the aspirant to present his credentials.
Bayri Momodou Ba wan ka fay momo a felentinga bina dun kan IEC anala molo enyi Momodou Ba mu Gambia dingol timi ya lonka wuluta November karotiri fula 1984 funding ke wolen sanjitan sabane waro la fanala be woleto ate mu mol timi ya lonka tata Sinchu Balia Primary School St. Peter's Technical Junior Secondary School High School abata Gambia jangatata Senegal la karambu bate ka fami ko Cheikh Anta Diop University a karanta jatata 5 masters degree shoto nyintembe ay karandiro ke dula jamal to Gambia in Senegal adate moleti miya lonko ay angale kango moy ay français moy ada ay kanjamal moy miya lonko Gambia kangolem bitun ticholu mu moleti miya lonko ila do ko ke karandi fen jamala adu we Momodou Ba so sembolale pour ay ke politicien noti Sidi aning Kadija Boku alfana se domandin fo momo la kuoto e janding aning ay sinkol ki blodi nyola
sali nuari mogosiri fangara ko mogombe Momodou Ba bane Kenya lini Momodou Ba no filiani bari kebe garu sa di fasandano grambe kundi goro jindoro kungari no gondi Kenyan Momodou Ba wan bana twinde khay serebe gani Momodou Ba akenne Gambia sarre menyani brambe akenga sare february qaso mbita finlandinga aken khara jumane ke no gondi ado khari khara Senegal no kube gatni Saint Anta Diop ado khari na twinde khay akenni kharalem ustaz nyani brambe akenga soron khara nguniti English in kharangenga aken khara tuana nyani tuana bega English muku aga français muku ado khari ticha nyani ko gara ko mo gombe aken sirani sirebega la siki na jamana ke khrisa ko mundu kita aken ngari ni no kay ni kaytu no ko khrise ke ma akella way ke sigra kita
musibe am no mbino rek kadi yatu ko huma jarama ha joni min do independent electoral commission woni garawo joni woni Momodou Ba wan kan woni Momodou Ba ido to rek ko Momodou Ba idi ngoni do woni Momodou Ba woni Momodou Ba tu e kam noon o jangi ɗo leydi Gambia ɗo o jangi ha e leyɗele goɗɗe ɗo ha Sénégal te ko jangino o woni jangino woni ticcane mo dañi magama e sengo o jangingol joni moni ni mo rega nata ɗo Independent Electoral Commission pour tawa tan chairman o yimɓe mum ɓe o tottira ɗin ɗon kayti mum yo foti tottirde ɓe dartinodi sa tan o wawa daro puɗaɓude président yaji.
Sidi Momodou is now entering the premises. He is coming, and we can already see that he's been accompanied, and orange flag has been held high there. Momodou Bahwan is being accompanied, entering in the premises, going to approach the IEC chairman and his, and yes, the deputy vice chairman is accompanying him. Yes, we can see Pierre there already, and they're moving towards the IEC chairman. But we've been joined by someone from the Usman Saho. He is from the independent side, the independent Momodou Bah, and Usman Saho will tell us briefly exactly what their mandate is and what confidence they have in this person and whether or not they feel he is eligible today to win this nomination. Right. So Usman Saho mun nga ñu wax rek lu gaaw tuuti bala muy jël toogaayam rek naka ngeen gisee seen candidate bi ni lan moo tax tey ngeen ñëw toppasi ko fii nii.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي mbokk yu tedd maa ngi leen a nuyu di leen baalu àq di leen ziara ci yéex a ñëw bi rek di si jégalu bu baax a baax di nuyu képp koo xam ne rek yaa ngi ci réew mi rawatina njiitu réew mi président Adama Barrow ak képp koo xam ne rek mu ngi ci yitte pour réew mi jëm kanam sunu parti bi nii soo gisee luy suñu yitte yëpp mu taxaw jëmale réew mi kanam dafa am benn façon problème bu am ci réew mi.
duñ la dog ñu dem si IEC man bi añ ñëw. But whilst they're doing that, we still have Mr. Sao here with us before the IEC chairman says any remarks. Mr. Sao, pour nga jekkali li nga doon wax rek naka ngeen gisee seen aspirant bii nii ki nekk Momodou Bah ñu ko ooyee Momodou Bah wan fii nii naka ngeen ko gisee ak tamit yan taxawaay la pare pour jël bi tax yéen ngeen óolu ko toppasi ko fii nii.
waaye képp ko xam taxawaay bu mu am rek yow dafay da nga jóg pour def sa doole def joxe sa bakkan def lu nekk pour moom mu war a jot si réew mi ndax boo xoolee tey suñ problème réew ñun problème bu njëkk a am mooy suñu réew mi amul ndaw yi amuñ liggéey bëgg nañu liggéey waaye amuñ liggéey léegi luy propre luy mbiri kon foog ñu génn dem uti feneen man dama génnoon dem jàngi Sénégal yàgg fa bi ma demee ba am fa ami benn taxawaay si jàng mu gis loolu mu ne ma yow est-ce que sa réew du la soxla.
Yes, please. What else?
Campaign program.
The campaign program, please. Do you have it? Campaign program.
Do you mean the manifesto? Our campaign program is a book. Give me that.
Campaign, you have a program to do the campaign. That's what we are after.
Yeah, my.
You don't have that yet?
Okay, yeah, it's not yet. We can.
Okay, you can bring it later.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Do you need that?
Sure.
Do you need it?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Code of campaign ethics.
Yeah, I know. This is my campaign. This is my political project. But the campaign program, we'll talk about that later. Yes, we are not yet done with that. The itinerary.
Yes, that's the itinerary.
Yeah, we are not done with that yet.
Code of campaign ethics.
Code of ethics.
Code of campaign ethics.
Yeah.
Not this one, the one that you have to sign to accept. The code of campaign ethics. It was part of your package.
Okay, let's see the package.
It's here.
deposit of $10,000.
Sample of photo and symbol.
Your sample of photo and symbol
Yeah,
of the party.
We understand that we can do that later.
You don't have that now?
Yes.
Okay, you can bring it later.
Color choosing. Color.
And the color of the party.
Vitamin C, that's orange, please.
Can you have a sample?
In printed form, paper form, paper.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay.
That's our color.
We want it for the
You want for the records?
do a print out and give it to us.
Yes.
On paper.
You'll do it later. Sure.
All right.
And does it have any other initial?
Your,
We do that later.
okay. And your name? You have another edition? Your full name?
Would you mind repeating that, please?
Your full name. What is it?
Momodou Ba.
Momodou Ba only.
Momodou.
Momodou?
Ba. B-A-H.
Okay.
Thank you. Are you a registered voter?
Yes.
Do you have any voter card for that? This color has already been taken up by a registered political party. That's the change the color.
Well, we have found that your color has already been taken by another political party.
Registered voter.
Yes,
Political party.
your color, yes.
Okay. And would you mind if I add their black to represent the African continent?
The choice is all yours, but this color orange is already visible.
Would you mind if I add black to orange? Mean orange and black.
I'm saying the choice is all yours. Do that, and then if it's not taken by another registered political party, they have no problem with that.
That's okay.
Well, Honorable Ba, course, it's still subject to public scrutiny, and this we don't know already.
Okay.
Thereafter, we'll let you know. Right?
Yeah.
Good luck and God bless.
So may I make a few comments, please?
Sure.
Yes, I'm taking permission. I'm not doing it by force. I am asking whether I could say a few words.
No.
Because what I said, it has something to concern me. That's why. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Are you still here with us, Mr. Sao? Quickly, yaa ngi am yaakaar wax nga loolu noonu fi mu nekk nii waa ji joxe na paper sami xanaa ñu toog léegi ñu xaar déglu gaay IEC.
waaw léegi daal loolu rek moo ci des ndax comme li ma la doon wax rek dafa mel ni dafa xawoon a dog loolu yëpp soo gisee mu ko doon def pour xeex ñun doomi réew mi ñu nekk foofu noonu di fa jàng ak yooyu noonu ñu fexe liñ bëgg a ñu mën a am jaama foofu daal ndax demoon na bi gis ne mu ngi ñaaw si suñ biir ñun ñi nga xamante ne ñoo fa nekk ndax am na ñuy yaaxule si frontière bi am ñuy yaaxule si yeneen place yu bokkut ak yooyu noonu te loolu yëpp tëjoon booda yooyu noonu loolu moo ko waral woon
waaw fu mu nekk nii he is approaching to do the usual interviews, so we'll hand over to Bajan there, our correspondent on standby there to lead us on.
Mr. Momodou, can you first tell us whether you've gotten all the documents required by the IC? It seems you've been clearing issues concerning that. Let me begin with that.
Yes, indeed. Rabbi Israh li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Very well. For being here. Out my can. It will be recorded down in history that I've appealed to the Gambian people for our best hopes, and then I've won them to our worst fear. I've already sent all the documents that I've been asked for. So they asked for 5,000, we've given them more. So it depends on them.
Now, coming back to the reasons why you think an individual being one of the youngest in these years presidency is vying for the seat. What do you have to offer to Gambians should you emerge the winner?
Yeah, thank you. I believe that I'm the fourth president of the Gambia. So my campaign is Prof. Momo for president and Prof. Momo for president. So that's a lot. I've done a lot for this country, and it's written in a book called An Eyewitness to Freedom. And everybody can consult that because it is at the Gambia Library. At present, it is out of print. Consulted the Gambia National Library to know who is actually Momodou.
Okay, we understand. You've just mentioned a book you've written, given the fact that you are trained or you got your education from Seattle Job University and stuff like that. But what will you give to Gambians if you are the winner of this year's presidential elections?
Yes, I was going to ask your previous question. That is why young person as young for this election for us to come and stand as president. I think that is important for the Gambian people to know. And in everywhere in this world, when the elders are done with their job, it is the young people who should come and take over. was the case in the United States, America, where George Bush, when he finished, Barack Obama came and took over. In France, when President finished, President Macron came and took over. And all those people are younger people. So I believe in myself. I've worked for it. I've been leader for the past 20 years. I am the typical example of what the Gambian school has been looking for. I went through a public school, through a Christian missionary school, and then a Muslim missionary school. Public school where I was trained how to be a practicing Muslim. I'll come in. Junior secondary. St. Peter's Junior Secondary School. I learned the 10 Commandments of Moses, and I was. I went to Nusrat. They told me that we are the future leaders of tomorrow, and all this so this one best candidate, and I am a unifier. Yes, previously I came up with orange color. That means that's vitamin C. Because the country is sick, we need to eat vitamin, and orange is vitamin C. I came up with vitamin C, so they told me someone to put it, but it's okay. But we will have to add of the color that is black. That means orange and black color.
You accompanied with why you are able to get a $5,000 sign your membership.
Wonderful question. Very good question. And Gambians should really listen to me. You know, in this nomination, there are two things. The first thing is the nomination of papers. I've already submitted my documents. Now, what is left is the other part of it is the Jambadong part of it. Jambadong, as we call it in Maninka. Jambadong, that's cultural festivity. We do normally in our tradition in the Gambia, we do cultural festivity when people are happy, when people have money, when people are sick and tired. We don't have money. I've asked my people to use that for their office money so that they stay at home
Sorry to interrupt
and watch us on the national television.
Sorry to interrupt you one more time, but we're taking you back to your agenda. And perhaps the first 100 days in office, some of the things you think you are going to fix for the Gambians when you are demanding to vote you into office.
Thank you. I'm not a first 100-day president. I am a futurist. I believe in the future. My agenda is 20, 40 years in the future. Not only me, but the Gambia as a country. I come, place my foundation, go, others come, and complete the rest. So now, what we can do for now is we are in a mess. The country is in a mess. So we need to do something. So that's why, immediately when I come, I don't want to give out figures, but there's some huge amount of money to this in the business sector in order to reduce the skyrocketing prices, because the people are sick, the people are hungry. There is absolute poverty in this country, and the prices of commodities like rice, oil, and other condiments are so exorbitant. Now what we have to do is to allocate a huge budget for that business in order to stabilize the prices, because like in the United States of America, after the 27 crisis, they've injected so many millions of or billions of dollars to subsidize industries, to subsidize basic things that the country needs in order to survive. And we are living in a very inhuman country, and this we have to change. And this is up to the Gambian people. Regarding that first 100 days, you could put that issue there. But we came up with the 433 agenda. Yeah, this is their place, but let's go on. Thank you.
Our correspondent Bajan is on standby there to give us a brief summary of what transpired there. It looks like interesting revelations.
Yes, we've just had Mr. Momodou Ba 1. Interestingly, because we have two individuals or persons going by that name in as much as this year's presidential election is concerned. Momodou Ba 1 and Momodou Ba 2. The person we see who've just tendered his documents concerning the nomination to be elected as the next president of the country is Momodou Ba 1. We've heard him speak. As we understand, he is the youngest in the list of individuals who've tendered their nomination documents to the IEC. So far, born in 1984, went to school at St. Peter's and other schools before going to St. Job University. We hear him say that. But when it comes to what he will give to the Gambians, if he becomes the next president, he did, in the first place, say that the country is sick. That is the reason why he come up with the color of orange, which he said is representing vitamin C. People who are sick need vitamins and others to treat them. The fact that he's a young person, he said, also goes to show that young people perhaps may need to be involved in politics or party politics to steer the affairs of the country further. Momodou was asked whether going by the entourage which accompanied him here, which is looking very minimal or small. He said that does not speak well of what it is all about. The nomination is about two things: going through the nomination process proper, and the Mandinka word which he used to say the Jambadong part of things. He is not much into the fanfare and stuff like that. But on a more serious note, he said he has already emerged winner, and come December 4th or 5th, when the results will be announced, he will be the latest president of the Gambia. So our team there, we have Fatou Elika Molosi, the Sali Jajus, and Abdullah Cham. Probably we just hand over to them and Hadia Bohum to talk to the audience out there.
All right, Bajan, many thanks for that analysis there. I believe we've all had the interesting statement that the aspirant made there. Seems he's so concerned about the health system. He says that the people are sick and that it's important that they give them vitamin D. C rather. I mean, the orange also symbolizes that sort. But I think what we've just had, Sally, you can also just come in briefly in the Mandinka and in Jola. It looks like that he said he's the youngest candidate and that he has so many things he wants to do for his country, amongst those the health that he talked about. So it looks like all the aspirants have things that they are passionate about. I mean, situations are there. They can always be done better. Things can be done better, right? And it's the purpose of which we want to hear from them, to be able to understand what plans they have for the Gambian people. And I think it's very crucial that they hear from it, from themselves, as we want to know they're the ones who understand candidacy. And we've seen that his people accompanied him, not really a very large crowd. We understand some of them said that it's just a nomination to come. Notwithstanding, we're still observing and seeing how things would unfold, because we'll have Bajan join us shortly to give us a brief analysis of what's been said. But before then, you can lead on in the local languages. Khadija, go forth.
wari kebe ga duguta diga munu brambe kenga duguti kayit nun kinni IEC khriseke na twindai mina ke nominate mi nominate Kenya ni Momodou Ba 1 brambe khibare sankhano ngara trendi gelanda nya kenda ganye gai binyana jamane keda akenna ko ati kenganya ikenga tunanti ikenni president nyane ikenganya iduguta kenga ado kadi akenna ko nanti ina figa be dabari gambian konda kenya na nyai ken sakuntengai nanti iganya ado kadi kenni fonnan kay be angara tunanti hamminga ammibe kengani na jamane kede kane na ko nanti jamane ke asu jangirante nyane kenda nya igara guroji ngutu na kenya ngi ken kolanga ke guroji kenga sigiti vitamin C nda kendi na jamane ke lo munun jara na jamane ke jara no kube tora suga ya gati no kube saka tenda ti sahan ful laqinga ti ful laqu gabunga adiga muti ke gaki warenga adiga muti jagun ka karandi brambe gara konanti jong anna jong kunu ngari ti jagun kibarenga mola ti yokunu kibarenga keni fiane fi gara soron toro aka ke suni jangiro nyen ke ga suni watte nyen soron kam magambia jamane nga ana ke suko adiga mki ga kamai ana ko nanti ikenni fonnan kay nyen aka ke saku tenga fi be kenya ni canada ga timani kamai kendi na jamane ke denge kane yi brambe akengara ke ko ngakini sali akana ke ko mallinkenga ado jolanga na twindi kay modu ba gara ibe ko lenke
wari hadija bokum barin jibe lal hani bi RTS television o alkawle jibe alkala moyen radio la fannala hani bi mbali IEC bunda bato jang dame ya lonko molu mini ya lonko e hamo soto pour que daka fu president ya kaytre fayo la banko kanyan december karotini nani hani bi wolle bini la kaytolu nati kan IEC pour ka jibe foytolu sartolu ma fale pour que tombon kake banko nyaton koti bitung amamme Momodou Ba dol sa fay momo wala nata ayala kayto yitandi IEC alfala Mr. Mamor Alunjai anala do ku nyolu ye kayto lu tale bar ko min ka fali nyame mbi kayto la ta woma yitandi ko mari IEC sonte la kola abe tilidan tan ne soto la kiskisirobe kelale ka kayto lu kilinal bondi nyoto ka jibe fo min safi ye nyinin kamina fo wala nata katte kasol la fannala kodo la fannala ete fangola ko la fannala la soto la fannala ani wo ko tengol bebe kiskisilal janding jamabe sonna ko ite moleti mi yalon ko nyante londilal bitum Mr. Baye wole ke kabray wo ke fa parita anin kibar talal kachata na kibar tala min biye a nyinin ka ate munati na te amira ko atele moti gambia no nyanta lala min na porka bankodil ay kuma jama foje ako gambia bankoleti mi yalon ka be sasarine adun sulata min na tubabol ko wol fo vitamin C vitamin o mi yalon ka be balo sojarol bambandira purun se gambia do kuno ay tanyato ay marse wala ko fa ko nyin temben kolyabe kerine bayri marsewol be nyamen molu soto bulo masi anin ku jamal min ya lonko aya fo min be den karangola fannala bayra kate molti min ya lonko karantan na karambungol leto ay kolya ko wol jele bijele atem fonnin ke wolti adunga be jikirin ko ni ngamenolu latala foye la carte wodi yala december karotilinani atele moti min se banko samba nyato midum atabe fondinke wala kono min ya lonko démocratie kuto e sawarni pour ka funtinan kana banko la place folo nyini mimu president ya place o nyinti fatu temum fulangoleti mum fulangoleti coming 2018 slogan o ketanya meng not too young to run ngamir hani bi fondinke wolbe o bambandi kanne pour kaaje ko kana fintinan e daka fu gambia démocratie mabare daka fu fana mimu la nyantoti banko kan isidi
sali jaju a jarama musidal gambia ha joni min do independent electoral commission woni do IEC headquarters do Momodou Ba non ko kam arno totirde din don kayti mum o dabirta pour wonde e president e leydi lewru 10 balle mayru nayi o totiri kayti mum di non ciamano yimbe mum be on tuma be non be dartintudi dum non wona rek sa ari rek a woni rek potaddo tan wieno wonde no a wawa daro ko bela rek be dartino din don kayti ma so be ta timmini sartaji be ballini di on tuma be mbiyanma no wonde no a wawa daro dabbude place president yaji sa timminani be gandinan ma no totiri kayti mum di no hando funtata galle IEC de o dañdi yewtode wadde totobe kibaruji di be lamdima dum ko heewi ko taki o kambo yidi tan daro o pour o wona president leydi ndi o wi non kam ko taki ko o yidi won president leydi ndi o leydi gambia ndi ko leydi ngana ndi ko fawani ndi sellani o wi ko taki non bangi on don couleur beetedo orange o wi sabu on mo ko dañdo lekki baado nyawndu tan ngundon nyaw leydi gambia woni tan vitamin C o wi non ko kam non o wi no wonde no so hebi tan president je leydi he o wi o wada liggey mawdo e leydi pour yani ni tan yehi yeso te o haaline do jangido gila do leydi gambia yo leydi fu do jangiri yo magamo mbo dañi o so ko dum wondo rek ko wadi ko do IEC kam non ardane yimbe hewbe non kono non joni o funti o yehi joni min andi yeso tine o dartin goddo gardo on totira kayti mum do independent electoral commission Ablaye Cham halan jotude bismillah
jërëjëf Sidi Ba mbokk yi yéen seetaan rek ak di ñu déglu si radio bi ba tey ñu ngi ci kër IEC doon teewlu nag kii di Momodou Ba wan comme niñ leen ko waxee woon ñaari Momodou Ba lañ am kenn ki moo ñëw léegi nii ba joxe ay kayiti seedeem lu aju ci wàlli wote bi ak xëccoo président toogu président bi Momodou Ba nag comme li mu wax rek gannaaw boo xam ne nii wéy taskati xibaar yi dar nañ ko laaj ko ay laaj bu njëkk bi nag bokk na ci tamit ni mu ñëwee gisuñ mu ñëw ak xumbeel ak wala ay nit ñu bari waaye foofu nag solool na li nga xam ne nii mooy lim tëddal ni ay nit ñu bari boor boobu solool na fa lool teewaayam ni nit ñu bari gannaaw loolu nag lu jëm ci lim éenal réew mi lim njëkk a wax rek mooy couleuram bi mooy orange orange bi nag lim fa min moo nekk ne rek réew mi dafa feebar kon foog si ñu jël defo yëpp vitamine C pour yëkkati réew mi bu ko defee nag ñëw na ci mbiri dund bi wala marché beeg li nga xam ne nii noonu la ñuy jaayee ak li nga xam ne moom la nit ñi am ki tamit mbiri ndaw yi nuñ leen a suqalee dimbale leen ci bunti liggéey am na yaakaar bu rëy boo xam ne ni wane na ko fi ne ni ki ñeenti fan wala ba juróomi fan ci weeri décembre nga xam ne danañ yébaane karta yi moom dana nekk ñeenteeli président bu réew mi comme ni mu ko waxee maanaam mu ne moom gagné na sax ba pare waaye fi mu nekk nii gannaaw bu ñu jógee ko ci Momodou Ba am na keneen ku ñooy teewlu ci kanam tuuti waaye nag fii ba balaa moo agsi ñu bàyyi soxna Sali Jaaji wala Elika Muluci mu wax tuuti ci wàllu woowu noonu balaa ñooy tëj jotaay bi fii ba bala beneen candidate di agsi soxna Sali
emite kati Abdoulaye Cham ne manu sanke meno mo bajo mitate IEC be jaatu koko dika walen bokana kanu manjum koko ni ngeru waita woli manku jukode IEC pour mama ku ngolen ku jum be nyes place eti a president ngodi mo famole la Momodou Ba atongandaw bukako dikono prof momo o abilum tate mana jukorom dikuni fana keti IEC diku cengomi waitaw diku cengomi bumanjuma beti patie yola diku cengomi po registan manju yokor warina ngeru mambo kana kungolen ku beto danga wala nakana president ngodede diku cengomi po wanosani wam patie yola e jumu meno di manosani manaware makam meno dipo campagne rinja bebe na ware majewo wan konen itinerary pe IEC ku cengo ceng nangarlo ngar wawu nane kuna kawke pamba ngaruwo mana jukorum di IEC yaban manku ngarum waita wala na juko di ku chika ke mo fameti Gambia manku cengo wakane acila na soft meti acila bukana ku waran kurungen ifulenga feti December kuna kone ku baki momo na ise meti mo fameti Gambia bugal ba jupo e bommo dede di kapada kete jueti bukana ka di kapada kete karanga ka di pana kati fubajaf marsai burom nane batenyi fam muju nane mo fameti Gambia kanka mo manu manjum mo fam masumut mo fam manu manjum ka jupo e bugala boli bobudo dede mo kana cila na finfi meti kurungeno jadi fulenga feti December kuna kone ku baki bugal bonde dede di mo fam molela pambe angol na purembo meti acila dede na karange dede na bake na mamanji bugala be dede hade na pupu be tengere banya na finfi meti furunga fofu kusanoja pamba kana na manju wanku cengo wona teka woto nyemo momo na Momodou Ba di bukano kujomi abiltu di bukan ka jupoyde barnane do bajitu fuko wajupo ku puro ko di ku sek kayi kun kokuri borom da cila barnane do bajitu fuko atila na finfi meti bukana ku bigidire ku manjo manji banya pan kuseno ka fima kanu manjo ngok waran kuseno mana ngole na rungu ma famole la acila kanum ana gabunte na manjum ja o IEC ku wala non tate babaj bukan ku gaba kanu manjo kokuri noy ko ko kuringulo ja pan ngole no manje na wandi ka baja tate IEC Fatu.
It was very much clear. We all have something, anyone who comes here, yes, anyone who comes here, as long as you're an aspirant, you have something to offer the Gambian people. And he said he wants to salvage them, that the Gambia is sick. That is his symbol. That is what he wanted to, in fact, start off with. How he's going to go about that, we'll see, of course, if this nomination would, in fact, be accepted. But as it is, his standard and that would be up for scrutiny. But he's also someone who's been saying that he's very much concerned about the Commission's reports and that those things should be implemented to the latter. Well, how he wants to amplify this message, we'll hope and see. But like other aspirants, he has so much to talk about, and I'm pretty sure we'll have time to delve into all those things, as election would be here very soon, but campaign period would come up very soon as well. So a lot more in store. But of course, we're still here. We just hand over to our main studios there on the MDI Road. And once we come back, we would be joined. Of course, we'll see other nominees as well. Yes, would be seeing Bankoli Ahazi. Would also see General Lamin Bojang as well. So we're still here live at the election house, and we'll be bringing you the events as they unfold. Stay with us.
Join us every day during this period from 9 a.m.
Meet the aspirants. Saturday, 30th, Joseph H. Juve, Independent.
Marie Sok Jobate, Independent.
Alhaji Mamadi Kurang, Independent.
And Matthew Gummins, Independent.
Sunday, the 31st of October, Ibrahim Tabora Mane, Independent.
Momodou, Independent.
Bankole Ahazi, Independent.
And the Alliance for Reconciliation and Development.
Monday, the 1st of November, Gambia for All.
United Democratic Party.
Gambia Moral Congress.
And All People's Party.
Tuesday, the 2nd of November, Mamadi K.S. Kamara, Independent.
Gambia Democratic Congress.
Citizens Alliance.
And Momodou, Independent.
Wednesday, the 3rd of November, Gambia Alliance for National Unity, GANU.
PDOIS.
Gambia Action Party.
And Tamsir Jase, Independent.
Thursday, the 4th of November, Esambay Fall, Independent.
National People's Party.
Matar Nyang, Independent.
Friday, 5th November, Papa Fall, Independent.
National Unity Party.
And the Democratic Party.
Do stay tuned.